On today's TCE trim, it is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use our promo code SGPN10 for a 10% off your next set of tickets over at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with our promo code SGPN10. And make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so that you can have it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. Alrighty, I'm Moneyline Mac, and I'm here to break down why each team can win the national championship and cut down the nets come Monday night in San Antonio. First off, this actually was a really easy exercise. Compared to previous years where I had to make a case, dig a little bit, these four teams were easy to sell. I talked about it on my storylines last night. These four teams have all, at one point, been number one in the Moneyline Mac Top 25. You got teams like Houston that have won 17 in a row, 30 out of 31. Duke's won 15 in a row. Florida's won 10 in a row. Auburn was 27-2 at one point. They're a combined 135 and 15, and that's why all four one seeds are here in the Final Four. So I'll lead it off with the Auburn Tigers, the number one team in all of the land and the number one overall seed headed into the tournament. They get coming out of the South region in Atlanta. They beat Michigan State and Michigan to get here. Why they can win it all? Well, they were the best team in college basketball for the first 3 months of the season. They stumbled a little bit down the stretch, but they found their identity in Atlanta over the weekend, blowing out Michigan and pulling away from Michigan State. They have probably, in my opinion, the best player in college basketball this year, and John Broome. Consistency. You can ISO him. They got really good guards that they can play through as well. I know Broome's not healthy, so they may need to lean on these guards a little bit more. Pettiford, Kelly, Mazzara, Jones, they can all go get a bucket. They're electric in transition. Cardwell is a difference maker on the inside, and they're overall just a really consistent basketball team that can beat you in a lot of different ways. They can win ugly. They can win sexy up and down. And Bruce Pearl's got a really, really good team here. And Auburn can absolutely cut down the nets on Monday night with that offense and defense and just that explosiveness in the backcourt and Broome and Cardwell in the front court. The most talented team in the bracket in all of college basketball this year has been the Duke Blue Devils. Why they can win it all? Well, they got 3 lottery picks. That helps, including the best player in college basketball from a talent standpoint. Yes, he's a freshman. Cooper Flagg has lived up to expectations. He's been awesome. Knipple has also been a stud. He'll be a lottery pick. And then Malawach is a complete difference maker on the inside as a rim protector. And then on top of it, their role guys have been really, really good. Proctor has been shooting the lights out this tournament. Zion James as well has been tremendous. And they got guys, whether it's Mason Gillis off the bench, whether it's Malik Brown, they got a lot of size, a lot of defensive versatility. They've won 15 in a row. They've got the biggest point margin for a reason. They got the highest KenPom rating in the last 25 years. This team is really, really good, really, really versatile. They're the best offensive team, but they're also really good defensively. Like Auburn, they can win in a lot of different ways too. They can win a track meet. They can win in the mud. And they have the most talented player and what's going to be the number one pick in the NBA draft. So that is why the Duke Blue Devils can win it all come Monday night. We'll talk about Houston and Florida here on the other side, but we got to pay the bills because we are brought to you by Edge Boost. SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. Sign up today in the edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie.ag, and the promo code is TCE SGPN with the promo code there, so you can get down and get the benefits over there. We are also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with our promo code TCE SGPN to claim your special pick and first side deposit. Offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That is Underdog Fantasy, promo code TCE SGPN. Last but not least, we're brought to you by Rhythm, the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM for your 7-day free trial today. All right, back over here on the College Experience Trim Edition, talking why each team can win it all. Let's go over to my favorite team. Another team in the top 10 offense and defense. By far the best defensive team in the country, the Houston Cougars, winners of 17 in a row, 30 out of 31. They haven't lost a game in regulation since the first week of the regular season. That's not a typo, out of the Big 12. Why they can win it all, they have the best coach, Kelvin Sampson. They have the best culture and what they've been able to build over there over the past decade plus under Sampson. Another reason, outside of their defense that is the best in America, is they're the best three-point shooting team from an efficiency standpoint in America, because they got three guys that make shots at a high clip: Uzon, Cryer, and Sharp. They got bigs that know the role: Roberts, Tugler, Arsenault off the bench, and Malik Wilson, Francis as well. They can also win in different ways. I know they would prefer to win in a rock fight, mud, and drag you into the mud. But they've also been able to win a couple higher scoring games this year with their ability to shoot the basketball. So Houston, in my opinion, the best team in the field, just from a balance standpoint, culture, and toughness. So that is why Houston could win it in their home state with the best coach in America right now in Kelvin Sampson. The final team in the field, and this team has won 10 in a row. They won the best league in America tournament-wise, the SEC. That is the Florida Gators. Come in, like I said, winners of 10 in a row. They've won a couple close ones, so they've been tested here in the dance. Why they can win it, they have the best guards in the tournament. Walter Clayton, Elijah Martin, who's also played in a Final Four, Will Richard, and then they throw those bigs at you that are really good. Alex Condon is awesome. They can also throw Thomas Haw at you. He was big in the Elite Eight game. Chanulu, hand logged in. They can throw a surplus of bigs at you, and they can also get their guards to get them a bucket whenever they need late in the shot clock. So from a depth standpoint, Florida's the deepest team in the field. So to recap, Auburn, the most consistent team; Duke, the most talented team; Houston, the toughest team; Florida, the deepest team. You take your pick. They're all in the top 10 in offense and defensive efficiency. They've all been number one, or you could have made the case that they should be number one at some point this year. It's going to be an electric Final Four in San Antonio this weekend. We will pick the games tomorrow night, Thursday. Myself, Colby, Noah, and company. And yeah, appreciate all your guys' support this year. More trims coming your way in this offseason, so make sure you subscribe. We're going to be doing all this portal stuff. I'm not touching the goddamn portal until after the Final Four. We're going to talk only Final Four until then, and the NIT Championship as well tomorrow night. Can't wait. Make sure you're subscribed, and check out all our other channels as well. So make sure you tune in and stay locked in. So this has been the TCE Trim with Moneyline Mac. Hope you guys enjoyed. Cheers. Let's have a hell of a weekend.